everyone. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. Hello, Chris. Thanks for joining to Ghosting with Anya. So, today was a pretty long day. We went to AT&T, and I'm not the one who was going to buy the phone, which I did not. But my producer and his son actually went to AT&T phone store, just a few blocks away from, where Chris and I live. So, yeah. I think it's 8420. I don't know, maybe southeast or something, or I think it's at east or est, or I don't know, state. I don't really know. 101, whatever, or establish, I think maybe. It's kind of hard, so I can't read the words or numbers backwards. So, anyway, but yes. So after that, I went to their house and just hang out because I didn't want to go to the movies to see Spider-Man. So today, yes, Spider-Man brand new day is in theaters today. Go see it. They think it was really good, but I think it was stupid. I don't really care for Spider-Man movies. So I don't like spiders, okay? I am afraid of them, okay? Especially with the tarantulas. It's really gross. So anyway, yeah. After that, when Fearless and his son came home from the movies, we went out to lunch. Well, it was just Fearless and I actually went out to lunch. I went to Runza, got myself some salad for lunch because I felt like it. So, anyway, yeah, then I came home. Chris told me that we have our original washer back. But when I said the washer, it's like started acting weird again. So, I don't know. Maybe we should just keep the other one that we had before our original washer came back. So, I liked the other one that we had, the temporarily washer, the gray one. So, I don't think that Ace Rent to Own fixed our washer. I mean, they said they were supposed to fix it, but I don't know if they fixed it because I think they made it worse somehow. I don't really know, but I'm just saying. I think they did something worse. Somehow they made a lot of our washer worse. The original one, the black one. So anyway, we have a new story for you tonight. It is called The Cook in the Parish Hall. Something to do with the actual chef or cook or whatever. Something to do with the restaurant or at the mansion or whatever. I don't really know. So we'll have to figure out what to do with our washer. So my husband told me that when he was a child, or before he was born, his mother had to wash the clothes in a bathroom tub. I don't know why. Because they could not afford to actually have a washer and dryer. It's because it's too expensive, because they do not want to deal with the electrics. So that is the reason why. And they probably put their clothes on the clothesline, I guess. I think that's how they did, especially over 1,000 years back. They did the same thing. They used to wash their clothes in a river and then put them on the clothesline to keep them dry, just like that. Let the sun get so high, extremely hot, and the clothes would be a lot drier. So that's what they did. Anyway, we live in the modern times now. We live on the 21st century version, and I wanted to keep it that way. So anyway, but yes. Anyway, for those of you who are familiar to my podcast, welcome back, and you're always welcome to join me with conversations. You're always welcome to join me on live stream. So if you are new here, if you're not familiar, that you must be a newcomer, new subscriber. Thank you. So you're always welcome to check out the show. Usually I come on like at 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., but sometimes I can come a little bit late on that time. So because we're trying to deal with a lot of shit. So anyway, we definitely have a new story for you guys. So this one is called The Head Cook in the Parish Hall. So if you guys have the of all the paranormal experience, if you have a lot of paranormal problems, if you love listening to ghost stories, my channel is for you guys. So don't be afraid to come on, and don't be afraid to tell what happened to you guys with all the paranormal stuff. So anyway, let's get started on the story. So get yourselves something to drink, sit back, relax, and please click like, share, and subscribe. And we will be doing a story in just a second. My throat can be very dry and scratchy. That's why I have to clear my throat so many times every time I read the story. So anyway, please click like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started on the story. And here's my husband now. We've got the air conditioner on, not from a wall, but we have an actual physical giant fan going on. So anyway, we are on season 6, episode 209. So let's get started. If you're uncomfortable with this, that's okay. So if you have any opinions, drop the comment down below right here on live stream on the comment little box here. So let's get started on the story. Rosa volunteered for parish dinners because she liked kitchens where purpose outrageous. St. Agnes Parish Hall had exactly the kind of kitchen: dented ladies, old industrial ovens, and enough unwritten systems to make newcomers feel useless for at least a month. So, um, during Lent and funeral luncheons and holiday drives, the place filled with women who could dice, pray, gossip, and solve a staffing problem in the same breath. Rosa joined after moving back to town and was quickly assigned to prep shifts because she worked hard and didn't ask too many questions about uh, hierarchy. I don't know, it sounded really weird, the word. Um, or hier- hierarchy. The first sign that the kitchen had its own ghostly management came when she left a pot of potato soup under-seasoned, intending to adjust it later, and returned to find the salt measured out in a tiny bowl beside the pot with a note in blue pencil: "Take before mercy." Nobody admitted writing it. Everyone did laugh in a slightly forced way when she asked. The parish kitchen stories centered around Mrs. Lavinia Clark, who had run church meals for decades without ever appearing in a formal title. She was head cook, supply wrangler, volunteer disciplinarian, and local legend before she died. She had ruled like a small republic of to European still surfaced in the hall kitchen whenever Sanders, both level chair would turn the oven in time. Underfilled coffee refills appeared covered badly. The electric knife would mysteriously fail until the right volunteer took over. Rob assumed this was just folklore used to control new helpers until she saw a rack of cooling rolls rotate on the cart by itself to the warm side of the room. Moments before, the draft from the side door would have crusted them quickly. The hunting sharpened during a funeral luncheon for a family no one in the parish wanted to fail. Weather had reduced volunteers. The kitchen, the chicken delivery came late, and Father Donnelly mistakenly promised 200 extra servings to the Knights of Columbus before telling the kitchen. Rose was trying to stretch gravy, green beans, and patience simultaneously when she heard a woman behind her say, "Not with flour, with stock." She turned. No one. On the prep table sat a jar of concentrated broth, base that had not been there before another time. While she diced onions to hoarsely in a rush. The knife she was using slid to a stop, and another, better sharpened blade appeared beside the board. Every intervention was practical, local, and mildly insulting. The exact energy of church kitchen mentorship, whether the mentor still had a pulse or not. The first full encounter happened at 5:10 a.m. on the morning of the parish's annual 100th family meal drive, the largest event of the year and the one most likely to expose weak systems. Rosa arrived early to start stock. The hall was dark except for prep lights and the red glow of oven indicators in the back pantry. She found a woman standing with her hands on her hips in front of the canned goods shelf, shelf as if taking inventory on behalf of heaven itself. Lavinia Clark wore a house dress under an apron and looked exactly like every formidable church woman who has ever fed 3 generations and forgiven none of their nonsense. She glanced once at Rosa and said, "Beans before corn? The corn fools the count." Then she turned toward the walk-in and vanished around the door frame. Rosa followed immediately, of course, and found the pantry count sheet misentered by one row. If they'd built the lunch boxes in the old order, the bean supply would have run short by 20 meals. After that, Rosa stopped arguing with the she still didn't discuss it with outsiders because explaining parish hall ghosts to people outside church culture only invites bad metaphors. But she began listening. If Lavinia cleared her throat near the spice rack, Rosa checked the labels. If the pantry door drifted open, someone had missed a freezer inventory line. Once, while volunteers bickered about whether to serve the donated pies now or save them for after Mass, all 6 pie servers slid from the drawer and landed by the dessert table. With such authority, then the room felt silent. Well, one old volunteer said, unfazed, "Lavinia has voted." Pies were served after Mass. No one objected twice. The haunting had become government. It's a little freaky, I don't know why, but apparently Lavinia liked her way of making food a lot better than the current ones. Lavinia has been dead for decades anyway, so. Anyway, let's continue on the story. It's kind of hard for me to explain why Lavinia decided to cook the food her own way instead of doing the new methods. It's a little freaky, as you all can see. What made Rosa love the place rather than merely endure it was seeing how Lavinia's interventions favored dignity over efficiency. During one chaotic winter coat drive meal, the kitchen ran low on matching takeout containers, and younger volunteers proposed switching the last families to foil-wrapped paper plates. Before Rosa could answer, every intact plastic lid in the room was found stacked by the packing station, despite having been scattered across 3 shelves moments earlier. The message was clear: nobody leaves with charity looking careless. On another night, a volunteer tried to cut corners on a diabetic meal set by excluding dessert entirely. Rosa found sugar-free fruit cups already unpacked and waiting by the tray line with one penciled word on the box: hospitality. That more than any moving pan or disappearing spoon told her what kind of ghost Lavinia was. Not one obsessed with authority. For its own sake, the ethics hidden inside competent service message here saying honey bear. And I can hear you. Seriously, I can literally hear you. When the church renovated kitchen, some older volunteers worried the spirit of the place would be scrubbed out with the grease. Rosa worried about that too, though she would not have admitted it in those terms. New stainless tables arrived. The old pantry shelving was removed. These were upgraded during the first full meal in the refurbished space. Everything felt too clean, too bright, too lacking in the patched together memory that had guided the old room then. Halfway through service, the new warming cabinet failed. Before panic could spread, Rosa heard a spoon strike once against a stock pot. She looked up. On the side counter sat the old enamel serving cloth no one had chosen to keep because it no longer worked. Its hands, dead for years, pointed directly at the backup oven rack where an entire extra tray of food had somehow been left warming at the exact right temperature. The meal continued without shortage. You were talking?
Okay, baby, get back to your story. I love you.
Why were you mumbling?
I was just thinking, go back to your story.
Okay, but I think you were mumbling. I don't know why you're mumbling.
Okay, baby.
And yes, I got your little text message here.
Good.
So, all right, guys, let's continue on. The story is almost finished. I love my husband, but the mumbling thing for him is for me, it's kind of almost, I don't know, distracting. I can't even hear myself. So I'm not trying to be mean, guys, but it's just, I can't hear myself reading the ghost stories. So, anyway, we're almost done. Rosa now runs much of the parish kitchen and trains younger volunteers with phrases she never consciously borrowed but recognizes anyway. Taste before mercy. Count the practical things first. Charity is not an excuse for sees older women smile from the corners of the room. Whether Lavinia still stands in the pantry is almost beside the point. The kitchen remains haunted by standards that go properly, and that may be the holiest form haunting can take. Some institutions need doctrine, others need one dead head cook who still refuses to let hospitality be treated like leftovers. Yeah, this is a little weird. So, if you guys ever been to church and have you guys ever experienced a lot of paranormal activity in the church, especially like if they're doing some volunteers with a cube soup kitchen kind of thing where people are homeless, they don't know where to go except for the church. It's like a shelter, but they do a lot of cooking there, especially with the head cook. If you ever had a lot of experience with it, please let me know in the comments if you ever had anything like that when you were young or when you were like becoming, I don't know, about same age as my grandparents. So just let me know in the comments if you ever had any experience. So if you ever seen a spirit at the church, just let me know in the comments down below. Now that the story is done, so we are going straight to questions. But 10 questions, including 10 answers. I will try my best to get all the answers for you guys. So, I mean, I don't go to church because my parents are always working. So, um, my husband has to work as well on Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays, but Sundays he goes to Marco's Pizza, do deliveries, and on Saturdays he does Marriott and delivery driver at Marco's Pizza for like a couple of hours. So I'm at home staying. Well, I stay at home and I just take care of the house. I clean the place up, do laundry. I feed my cat. I make sure the food was taken care of before my husband comes home from work or whatever. When I'm out somewhere, I usually just hang out with my producer. Um, you know, I literally just hang out, go to movies or something, run some errands, read books or whatever. So, anyway, let's get started on the questions. Now, the story is officially done. I mean, how would you feel about the story? Did it feel good, or what did you guys think about the story? Did it make you emotional? Did it break your heart when you heard the story about St. Agnes Hall, like Parish Hall, whatever, something at St. Agnes Church or whatever. I don't know. It could have been, but anyway, let's get started on questions. Like I said, I will try my best to give you all the answers. Would you keep volunteering in the kitchen after the notes and moving trays? I definitely would, yes. I totally would. Even though I stopped going to church when I was younger, so, but I totally would. But it's my choice if I want to go back to the church, but still, I literally, I just, I like to be at home taking care of my house and my sweet little kitty. Although I don't see her tonight because she's downstairs or in our bedroom. I mean, when I was hanging out with my friends today, my husband told me that my cat was missing me so much. She was so sad that she was about to bawl her eyes out. Like she would literally cry and she would tell her father that she wanted her mother back, which is me. I would tell Chris that everything's gonna be fine. I miss Tally as well, so I love her. She's my baby, and I would never abandon my cat. So I love her very much. I treat her like my baby because she is my baby. She wants her mommy. I am right here. I will never leave my cat. Plus, my husband is thinking out loud when as well. So he talks a lot, very loudly, because he's thinking very loudly. I don't know what he's thinking about. So, anyway, I totally would go to the kitchen and see what is going on. And seeing the notes and moving trays, yes. I mean, if I saw the spirit of the head cook and I was not scared, I would try and see if I can help her, honor her, see if I can help others. Like literally give them shelter, give them warm clothes or whatever, handmade clothes, and maybe something to eat and a place to rest. I definitely would. That's how I would honor someone who has passed on. All right, let's go to number 2. Do you think Lavinia stayed for the food, the people, or the standards?
The people.
She stayed because she wanted to make sure all the families at the church, especially the homeless people, were taken good care of, made sure they found shelter, warm food, and a place to sleep and feel like family.
Yeah.
I definitely would have. And I think she stayed for the people. It's not just the standards or for the food. She stayed because she wanted to make sure 100 families were taken good care of. God sent Lavinia's ghost to help feeding a lot of families who lost everything, lost their homes, and a lot of things. food, apparently, lost what they would have protected. So they were like maybe evicted somehow because they couldn't pay the rent on time, or something terrible must have happened to them. So perhaps 100 families went to the church, and they found what they were looking for. So Lavinia pretty much did the right thing by helping people. She gave them shelter, she gave them food, and warm clothes, and a place to get some sleep. So I think Lavinia stayed for the people. That's my answer. Let me know in the comments of what you think of Lavinia. What did you guys think Lavinia did while she stayed as a spirit? Let's go to number 3. Number 3. Why are church kitchens such strong settings for ghost stories? Well, I think it's strong because they have a lot of history. There's good memories. A lot of tragedies happen, but it had a good vibe, a good place to feel safe, especially at the church kitchens. I mean, this is where you get um, whatever you need. I mean, seek shelter, seek help.
Let's go back to your story.
I think you were mumbling too long again. Anyway, the church kitchens felt good energy, and it felt like they were safe. So that's where they get their food from. So here's a question. Why are church kitchens such strong settings for ghost stories? You go to
Because
church
they have a lot of good food.
in a place that they feel safe.
That too.
That's exactly what I think. So let me know in the comments if you think the church kitchens um, are strong settings because they have the best place to be safe. God somehow sent an angel to help these homeless, hungry people. So I think Lavinia did the right thing. She was helping them, and I am actually glad Lavinia did help a lot of people. So let's go to number 4. We're almost done here. What was more unsettling, the practical notes or seeing her in the pantry? I think seeing her in the pantry would be more unsettling. I mean, if I saw her spirit doing what she loved doing, I would be very, very happy and brave to speak with her. So I definitely would. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think Lavinia stayed because she wanted to help people, or she wanted to be greedy like the rest of the other people? For me, I think seeing her spirit would be an amazing thing. If you think um, Lavinia stayed just because she wanted to help everyone, or she just wanted to do something for herself, I think seeing her spirit would be awesome. So let me know what you guys think. Um, Chris, what was more unsettling, practical notes or seeing her in the pantry?
Seeing her in the pantry.
Like trying to watch over the innocent uh, families? Is that what Lavinia was doing?
Yes.
Or helping the cook?
Helping the cook.
That's good. So I think Lavinia was helping the cook, the current ones who are still alive. So I think seeing her in the pantry is a lot unsettling. Let me know in the comments if you think Lavinia was in the pantry by watching over the living people who are the current head cooks or like actual people who are making dinner for 100 people. Let me know in the comments if this was the right thing to do. Why is this thing keep happening? Was Rosa right to accept the haunting as guidance rather than fight it? I think it's the right thing to accept because um, Lavinia was an amazing cook when she was alive. She helped a lot of people who needed help, so she must have been a guardian angel. She volunteered a lot when she was alive. She did everything she could, made sure they, um, were helped, made sure they got whatever they needed. A safe place, you know. I mean, if I went back to church, I definitely would want to talk to a lot of people and see if I can help Lavinia find peace or something like that. I definitely would if I ever gone back to church. But that's okay. I literally would have. If I ever fought um, the spirit of Lavinia, I would have been very skeptical and I would not want to hear it because I was lost, maybe. I would still be lost in my head, in my own mind. I probably would have thought Lavinia was something else, something different, something freakier and creepy. But I know she is a guardian angel and she's trying to help a lot of people um, doing the proper cooking and still helping the families who are lost and needed help. Um, Also giving them a safer place to be. I think it's the best thing that ever happened. All right, let's go to number 6. What do you make of the phrase "nobody leaves with Charity looking careless"? That's a good question. Well, I think it's probably Lavinia is saying that doing the charity work is not for fun. It's something to do with helping a lot of hungry, homeless families who just need some guidance, to help. They're hungry because they haven't been fed properly way or they have not been taken good care of or whatever. Nobody leaves with charity looking careless because nobody wants to be very greedy or doing something stupid. Nobody wants to be very mean. Lavinia protected these people because she cared very much for these people. She loved them. She loved cooking dinner for them. She just wanted to make sure they were all right, make sure they found a good home, and make sure they've got warm blankets and a warm bed to sleep on. Make sure the families were not separated. This is what caring for people is. So I would have done the same thing. All right, let's go to number 7. How is hospitality a moral force in this story? I'm not really sure, but hospitality is like caring for a lot of people. It's, being a good person, doing good deed. I think that's what it is. That's what hospitality is. Just helping a lot of people that need a lot of help. So that's what I think. Would you trust a dead head cook with event logistics? Yes, I would. I totally would, yes. Um, of course I would help. I totally, definitely would. Um, so if I saw a spirit, sorry, anyway, I think perhaps, anyway, this thing sometimes. Okay, this thing is just driving me nuts sometimes. So, yeah. Anyway, I definitely would. But if you ever trusted a lot of um, dead people to help a lot of people, yes, I definitely would. Anyway, um, well, anyway, sorry, I got distracted a little bit, but I was trying to see what's going on with this story or questions or whatever. So again, would you trust a dead head cook with event logistics? Yes, I definitely would. Um, if I saw this cook and she asked me if I would trust her with her cooking methods, yes, of course I would. I would trust her completely. If she was helping me because she was a guardian angel for decades or generations. But yes, my answer is yes. Let's go to number 9. Can routine service work become a form of legacy stronger than memory? Yes, of course it would. Same question for you. Can routine service work become a form of legacy stronger than memory?
Yes.
I think so too. So, if you guys have any questions about it, let me know. Um, a memory is a good thing. a legacy is the best thing that's ever happened to anyone. So I definitely would um, continue helping a lot of people. Like if Lavinia saw what I can do for these people, she would probably be very happy about that. So even in the spirit world, she would. I would help her no matter what. I would help her find peace. I would help her move on to the afterlife. I definitely would do the same work as her. Okay, guys, we have one last question left. You're always welcome with the conversation and all these questions. You're always welcome to participate on that. Let me know what you guys think of the story. Was it good? Was it bad? Or any other ways? If a ghost insisted on dignity in every meal, how would you honor that? I would honor a spirit by helping others, teach people how to cook new foods, get some recipes, do whatever I can to help others. I would help them find shelter, give them a warm blankets, find another bed for them. I would definitely try and help them. Give them medication, pray for them. I would consider them like family or whatever, but yes, I definitely would. Help the spirits by helping others. I will help the spirits find their peace by doing a good deed by helping others who need guidance. I would help them. That's how. Okay, guys, we are out of time. So I just want to say thank you for watching the show. You are an amazing fans. Also, I want to thank every fan of my show have subscribed to this channel. You are great people. I love you guys. And thank you for being so supportive. This is my job and I love doing it. It makes me happy. And so tomorrow we'll be doing the new story. So next time on Ghosting with Anya, we'll be doing The Coach at the Community Pool, episode 210. So thank you guys for being here with us, and thank you for being very patient and brave. And thank you for participating.
You're welcome.
So, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on my next episode of Ghosting with Anya. And if you love this podcast, you are always welcome to join me on live stream every night, 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So please click like, share, and subscribe. May God bless you all, and may God protect you. May God also send a guardian angel to watch over you. And I hope that the angels are here to keep you safe from anything that bad could happen. So I will pray for you guys that are safe. So stay spooky and have fun. So see you guys tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. of Ghosting with Anya. Have a wonderful night. Bye.